On a night best to be spent indoors, we're outside for a great Class B state championship football game. Hello everybody, primetime championship football tonight from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, where the Crete Cardinals meet up with the Elkhorn Antlers for the championship in Class B for 1996. Jim Rose along with former Husker All-American Tommy Frazier. And what we have here is a great defense from Elkhorn. Undefeated Elkhorn, Tommy, against Levi Mell, a 2,000-yard rusher for Crete.
Well, what we'll have here is a battle of a great running back against a great defense, and the team that gets off the best is one team that's going to win.
We're looking at a frozen field, snow falling, the footing is bad, it's hard out there. It's really going to be a test of wills.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a test of will and determination. The team who doesn't worry about the field condition, just go out there and play what they've been playing all year is going to win.
Class B, Elkhorn and Crete for the championship, and we'll be back with more right after this. With the snow flying at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, we expect some high-flying defense tonight between Elkhorn and Crete in the championship game of Class B. Oh, what a night, Tommy Frazier. Certainly it's not going to be easy out there, and as is the case normally with ball games involving inclement weather, with the flurries and the wind swirling, turnovers are going to be critical.
Yeah, tonight I think turnovers is going to be the most important thing. We just let him come off the field. And that field is not in good condition. Team who's able to hold onto the ball is the team that's going to win this game.
Weather forecast for the Hardy bunch who have made their way into Memorial Stadium, bundled up almost so that they couldn't even recognize each other. 19 degrees at kickoff tonight. Freezing drizzle changing to flurries with the wind out of the north at 22 miles per hour. The wind chill index will be at minus 12. So everything is going to be iced down on the AstroTurf of Memorial Stadium. There is a thin layer of ice that has formed. It is up to maybe an eighth, or perhaps even it's possible that this could be something like a quarter of an inch along the sidelines. So you could see some injuries occur as kids hit that sheet of ice. You might see some broken bones, maybe even a dislocated shoulder or two. So the aggressiveness of the ball clubs has to be tempered a little bit, Tommy, in that you don't want to overrun people. If you overrun people, you may miss the tackle, and it could be a broken play for a touchdown.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of players out there taking real precautions out there, because, as you say, that the ice on the sideline is very thick, and once you hit that white spot, it could be disastrous. So they're going to be able to use a lot of precautions, but they're still going to play physical football, though.
The Crete Cardinals against the Elkhorn Antlers, and we turn our attention to the voice of Memorial Stadium, Rick Schwiger.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the University of Nebraska and Memorial Stadium for this, the Class B State Football Championship game between the visiting team Crete and the designated home team Elkhorn. Here are your team lineups, beginning with Crete. Number 10, Aaron Mustick. Number 12, Jeremy Mustick. Number 17, Dan Heineman. Number 18, Nate Harrington. Number 21, Brad Resney. Number 32, Levi Mell. Number 43, Dusty Franbrook. Number 45, Nick DeHarsh. Number 50, Jeff Sharman. Number 56, Nate Lundstein. Number 62, Ryan Barber. Number 70, Steve Sand. Number 74, Corey Bowling. Number 77, Adam Cockworth. Number 78, James Kuna. Number 80, Adam Bartek. Number 82, Sam Bartek. Number 84, Brian Talkington. Number 87, Cody Brooks. Number 88, Brandon Roth. Number 89, Kevin James. And number 90, Brad McMillan. The head coach for Crete, Mark L. Ward.
Crete High Cardinals in getting to this title game. Winners over York and McCook and Scotts Bluff, doubly impressive. The wins over McCook and Scotts Bluff coming on the road. So this ball club gets to play Marco Polo in the playoffs. The frequent flyer miles come to Crete at 11-1. The lone loss to Aurora on week 2. The defending runner-up, 20-6. Elkhorn has been magnificent as the Antlers come in undefeated, rated number 2. And again, here's Rick Schwigger.
And now for the introduction of the Elkhorn Antlers. Number 4, John McMenamin. Number 5, Doug Larmore. Number 6, Kyle Ringenberg. Number 7, Andrew Schultz. Number 20, Adam Tyga. Number 22, Dwayne Carbolito. Number 30, Ryan Palmer. Number 32, Jamie Bull. Number 34, Jemin Hansen. Number 42, Nick Umscheid. Number 54, Nate Bunowitz. Number 62, Mike Feilmeyer. Number 65, John Goldie. Number 67, Aaron Huddleston. Number 68, Scott Cole. Number 69, Eric Oberemt. Number 71, Matt Brewer. Number 73, Steve Breathwaite. Number 77, DJ O'Shea. Number 78, Phil Peets. Number 80, Nick Ahrens. And number 85, Dan Weimer. The head coach of the Antlers is Mark Wortman.
What you have is a ball club that has played brilliantly all year long. 12-0. Wins over South Sioux City impressively 55-0 in the first round of the Class B playoffs. And then Omaha Gross High 35-7. And they knocked from the ranks of the unbeaten and snapped their 25-game win streak and knocked the defending champion out of the race, Lincoln Pius X, earlier this week by a score of 26-13. It's a team that does not have an outstanding individual player, but they do have a tremendous defensive philosophy, and they're going to need it against Levi Mell, Tommy Frazier. 2,200 yards on the ground for he this year, 24 touchdowns. He is about it for the Crete High Cardinals.
Yeah, when you come into the game and you have one superior player on your team, then it's going to be hard because you know the opposing defense is going to be keen on their guys. So what's going to have to happen is that Crete is going to have to find one other player to come out and play above his normal abilities that he's shown all year.
They have not had a prolific passing game. Their starting quarterback, Jeremy Mostek, 34 of 85 for 507 yards and 5 touchdowns. This is a ball club that is predicated on getting the ball to Mel and letting him do things and then taking advantage of other teams' mistakes. The problem with that against Elkhorn is that they just don't make mistakes. However, you might be just a little bit, frankly, a little bit surprised if that doesn't happen here today, because the weather conditions are so negative and the field conditions are so bad. And as we have seen throughout the playoffs of 1996, there is no question that there will be turnovers in these inclement weather conditions, and these turnovers have led to the changing of the tide in that football game. That's what Crete is hoping for, minimize mistakes, try to keep everybody healthy as Mark Wertman looks for another championship as the head coach of Elkhorn. They've won a whole ton of them. They have been terrific down through the years. They won it in 89 and 92. They finished as runner-up in 87 and 91. The red and the white of Elkhorn, the Antlers, one of the top athletic programs in all of Nebraska. They are consistent in football and basketball and a few other things. Here are the officials. Kent McCallum is the guy in the white hat. He's the referee. Steve Blocker is the umpire. Randy Hagedorn is the linesman. The line judge is Duane Hodge, and the back judge is Marcus Wacker. And since these guys don't get paid by the appearance, I would hope that they recognize the conditions before us and keep this game expediently along.
I agree with you.
And look, we're not even moaning. I mean, we're up here where it's nice and warm. They're down there where the combat is. Crete's going to kick off, and Elkhorn's going to get the football first. Nick DeHarsh, number 45, to do the booting. They are the designated visiting team and thus are housed along the near sideline. Elkhorn with the home red across the way where the Huskers are. To return the kick for Elkhorn, number 1, Tyler Peterson. And he is flanked down there by number 20, Adam Tighe. Once beat Crete against perfect Elkhorn to decide Class B in 96. On a frozen night in Lincoln. Maybe at halftime they'll bring out the Zamboni machine. DeHarsh kicks the thing out of bounds. Flag in the air. Elkhorn has the opportunity to take the ball right there if they choose, and they probably will. Offensively for this bunch, out of the Omaha metropolitan area, the quarterback is John McMenamin. He is in replacement of Andrew Schultz, who broke his collarbone on week 10. The fullback is Jameen Hansen, number 34, and number 20, Adam Tighe. He's fine. The center is Eric Oberman. Matt Brewer, one of the guards, along with Mike Feilmeyer. Phil Peets is a tackle with Aaron Huddleston. The tight end is number 85, Dan Weimer. Slot back, number 6, Kyle Ringenberg, and the split end is number 5, Doug Larmore. We'll get the defense for Crete in a second. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. McMenamin in his short duty, 10 of 21 for 126 yards. And the ball comes loose right away. And Crete has it at the 45.
Well, as you can see in that first play, you saw a turnover already. Well, don't expect that not to happen tonight because I'm telling you, the weather out there is horrible.
Brad Renzi gets the loose ball as I believe Adam Tighe coughed it up.
Here it is, just a basically dive play and lead. Right there, ball is hit from out of his arms and Crete recovers it.
Led by Jeremy Mostek and Levi Mell. He is number 32. He's the tail of the tandem. That man in motion is Kevin James, the tight end. First break of the ball game begins to the Cardinals, and Mell cracks his way down to the 39. Corey Bowling is the left tackle. Steve Sand is the left guard. The center is Jeff Sharman. Nate Lowenstein is the right guard with Adam Kalkwarf at right tackle. Brad McMillan is the split end. Sam Bartek the wingback. Farrenbrook, Dusty blocks for Meal, and Mostek is the trigger man. After a gain on the play of 5 yards, it is 2nd down and 5. as Meal carries the bale once more, and he's out to the 36, or I should say down, short of a first down by a couple.
There you saw the second play for Crete. The quarterback had problems with the ball, but the one thing that we're gonna have to pay attention to is how the surface affects Levi Mills' running ability, whether he's able to cut sharply on it or not.
The defense for Elkhorn at left end, Kyle Ringenberg, 6. The right end is Ryan Palmore. The left tackle is Dan Weimer. The right tackle, Nate Clark. They run about a 5-man front up there, about a 53 is what it looks like, as they try for the first down on 3rd and 2, and Mill carries the ball, but he doesn't get there.
There you have a strong, aggressive defensive play by that Elkhorn defense. Right then they gave the ball to Levi Mill 3 times in a row, and the third time they say, hey, the third time it's not going to be a charm, and they really put a lick on him there.
It is 4th down, and the quarterback, Mostek, asks for timeout. Gives us a chance to give you the rest of the defense. Like I said, they run all sorts of guys up there, sometimes a 6-man front, and they've got 2 defensive down people that they call defensive guards. And they are Eric Obrup, number 69, and Phil Peets, number 78. So Mill and Coach Mark Ward of Crete, that you see right now, are going to have to be concerned about a lot of bodies right along the line of scrimmage. They have 2 linebackers, number 34 Hansen and number 62 Fielmeyer, and then 3 in the secondary. Dwayne Carbolito, he's number 22, number 4 McMenamine, and number 1 Tyler Peterson. Elkhorn just doesn't budge very much. They've only given 112 points in all of 96. 4th down and about 1. The nose of the football is just inside the 35-yard line of Elkhorn. Crete trying to parlay a fumble into points right away in the B title game. Mostek has the first down and a ton more. Dragged out of the 6.
There you see the option play has shown his presence so far in this game.
It's what happens when you have all those bodies along the line of scrimmage, Tommy Frazier, and you find yourself a crease. And on a fast track, even though it's slippery, it's fast. Mostek bolts it down there. Peterson saves the touchdown. At the 6, 1st and goal.
There you see it again right there. The quarterback just tucks it up and just race for the end zone. Advantage goes to the offense on this surface.
Brian Talkington is into the lineup as Mill dances inside the 1. Does he beat the pylon? No. Apparently his heel got the boundary at about the 2.
And Levi Mill is trying to make his presence felt. He broke 2 tackles there, but the referee said he stepped out of bounds at the 3.
Of the 6, he gets half of it. 2nd and goal. Shuttling in the play, Brad Renzi, number 21. There you see, just got a piece of the white. Tight end on the play is Kevin James to the left. And the flanker man, Renzi, is wide. Mail follows blocking, struggles, he's there, touchdown Crete.
Hard aggressive running by Levi Mill. He was hit initially, but he kept those legs running. Shows how much power and strength he has in his upper body, and leaned over for the touchdown.
9:50 in the first period, and Crete capitalizes.
Here we go again. Right here, he takes the handoff. He's hit right there, but no, he keeps his legs going. Said, no, nothing's gonna stop me from reaching pay dirt. He reaches over, and referee awards him with a touchdown.
We will have an attempt by DeHarsh. The placement is down. The kick is on its way, and it is good. The fumble snaps back to get Elkhorn. On the first play from scrimmage, Ty coughs it up. It is rescued by Renzi. Crete doesn't take long to get into the end zone, and the Cardinals, the underdog Cardinals, have a lead of 7-0.
Well, right now, what we saw from the Cardinals offense, they say, hey, because the field is frozen, we're still going to run the ball. We're still going to get the ball to our best player, Levi Mill, and see if the defense can stop us. And right now, that first drive, it didn't seem so.
You know, this is a matter of, do you know what your kids are doing tonight?
Obviously, some parents doesn't.
7-0. The Cardinals with a little bit of an advantage, because Crete's only 15 miles down the road, although Elkhorn isn't on the other side of the earth. Elkhorn is just up the road, I-80, about 40.
You'll see a lot of those kids in home being sick from school next week.
Maybe a couple of them in the hospital if this keeps up. Along the ground, it is scooped up by Elkhorn at the 32. And a return out to the 41. Second series for the Antlers, but they're down on the big board. Returning the football was number 34, Jameen O'Hanson. It is 1st and 10 for the Antlers.
They have the ball for a second time. Let's see if they can put together a sustained drive. Respond to the touchdown that was Crete to score.
It is not unusual to see the coach's son as the starting quarterback. The difference here with John McMenamin is that his dad, Joe McMenamin, is the head coach at Omaha Central, not at Elkhorn. Adam Teig is wrestled to the turf. At least he hangs on to it this time. He's dropped for a loss back inside the 40.
It was a great defensive play by Crete that time. He botched everything up at the point of attack.
Crete High defense. I'll get it for you. Aaron Mostek is the defensive end on one side with Nick DeHarsh the other. The tackles are Kalkworth and James. Barber is the nose guard. We'll get the linebackers in a moment. They lost 2.5. It's second down, 12.5. Ball at the 40. The quarterback, McMenamin, keeps and lofts a completion and a pretty pass play for a first down. On the reception was number 88, Jason Zastrow. He's the backup split end.
And notice what got him wide open. A great play action fake there.
Or we take that back. I've got number 88 as Jason Zastrow, but that's not true, actually. Yeah, well, that's what I have anyway on my roster and on my sheet given by the university. I beg your pardon, by the high school. We'll try to get that sorted out for you. It is nonetheless first down. The pass play works. McMenamin does. And now they flip it on the running play to John Carlson. But Crete will have none of that, as the nose of the football was at the 43, but it will now be the 46, a drop of 3. I believe we have a penalty flag on the play.
Watching here, personally, we have a late hit on the play right here. The guy's down and watching it right there. That draws the flag.
Referee Kent McCallum.
Kevin James is the culprit on that play.
8:46 first period, 7-0 Crete. Dead ball, personal foul penalty on the white shirts. This moves the football 15 yards to the 31. The quarterback, John McMenamin. Slot to the left. We'll throw it again. And he's got his man spinning out of bounds at the 18-yard line. The reception is made by Nick Ahrens. He was wrestled out of bounds by the defensive back on the play for Crete, Dan Heineman. But it is another nice gain and a first down.
And what surprised me right now is how accurate John McMenamin is. As you can see, the temperatures out there is not what you would like for a throwing quarterback. Look good, but the first two passes, he was right on target.
And Crete backing off a little bit. They have to tighten up on the receivers before we're finished. First and 10 at the 18 as Elkhorn looks to answer. And a fullback carries the mail this time, Ryan Palmer. He gets it from the 17 down to about the 14. He is converged on there. A host of white shirts led by Adam Kalkworth. He got in on it. And number 45, Nick DeHarsh. We're looking at 2nd and 5 for the Antlers of Elkhorn. And to complete a perfect season, inching ever nearer the Crete end zone. Teig bursting through, and he outraces the Cardinals to the pylon. Adam Teig pulls the Elkhorn Antlers to within 1.
There you have it. If you can score a touchdown, I can score 1 too.
His 26th of the year, and Elkhorn made it look easy.
Yes, he did. He pretty much went in the end zone untouched. All he had to do was just avoid one guy and race towards the corner of the end zone, and which he did. Touchdown, Elkhorn.
Point after attempt to be converted. Ryan Palmer. It is good. 7 minutes 51. First period of play. A shootout. 7-0 Crete, now 7-7 as Elkhorn takes the ensuing kickoff and rams it right down the football field.
Right now, it's a game, a football game of whose defense can stop them, whose offense.
Crete's score was set up on the fumble recovery by Renzi. Elkhorn gave ground. Mel scored from in close. Handlers got it back. And they show their offensive prowess as the wind and the snow whips across Memorial Stadium. Frigid night for man or beast, for Antlers or Cardinals. Although Cardinals a wintertime bird, so they shouldn't be too upset about that.
Actually, they kind of love this weather.
Talking to Mark Ward, coach of the Crete High Cardinals, he said, look, I've looked over about 5 or 6 of their game films, and I don't know that this Elkhorn team has any weaknesses. Palmer's boot. Free ball. Gonna have to be chased down. And it is gathered in, but things aren't looking good for Crete on this exchange as Nate Harrington gets the football and returns it out of bounds at the 8-yard line. He made a poor read on it as it was off the kicker's foot. He let the thing sail right past him, and you know, you gotta be aggressive returning kicks just like every other facet of the game.
Yes, especially on kickoff returns. You know, that is a live ball at the 10 yards, and right here he hesitated of going at it, but he finally decides to go pick it up and tries to go to return upfield for as many yards as he could.
Brings to us the second offensive series for the Cardinals, and quarterback Jeremy Mostic. Fullback carrying the football, Dusty Fahrenbrook. He's free! Actually, this is DeHarsh, number 45, the backup fullback. He's on a football field, and he takes it out of Dangerville all the way out to the 46-yard line. So Coach Mark Ward rotating his second-string runners in there on their second series, and boy, there's not much of a drop-off, is there?
Well, right now, Crete is trying to establish their running game, and so far, they're doing an excellent job on the ground. As we watch the replay, here's just a simple handoff to the fullback, and he breaks 1, 2, 3 tackles right there, and he's into the open.
That is a 25-yard pickup. On the next play from scrimmage, not much room there for Mel.
Yeah, he's
wrapped up on the play by several of those handlers, led this time by Ringenberg, number 6, the defensive left end.
That defense that time said, hey, you just beat us for a big game. We're not going to let you beat us on the next play for another big game.
Yep. Gain of nothing. It's second down and 10. Two wideouts to Mustik's right. He got a slot man in there too. And he goes in motion, Fahrenbrook. Before they can pull away from center, a flag is in the air. Delay of game on the offense, so Crete's going to have to back up 5.
And on nights like this, when you don't have the play clocks run, it's going to be kind of hard for the offense to judge how much time or how close they are coming from the delay game. I feel at this point in the season that without the play clocks, the referee should be a little lenient on that.
Mel really is the man of the hour for them each Friday night. Not only has he contributed 2,250 yards, but a whole lot of tackles on defense. Second and 15. There he is. Churning across the 42. He's to the 43-yard line. He gains the 5 yards back. Arrested on the play for Crete. Getting the hit was Doug Lemore, number 5.
Right there,
7 of the 15.
Right there, you saw a hard, aggressive run by Levi Mel. That's something that he's been doing all year, and he's going to continue doing it here tonight.
Quarterback faces 3rd and 8. Again, he sends his flanker man in motion. Draw play to Mel. They block for him, and he's going to get the first down. Shoved out of bounds at the 40-yard line of Elkhorn. Peterson moving over, but that's exactly the kind of offense that Crete has executed brilliantly in their 11 victories. They not only went for a play that you wouldn't expect, but they gave it to a guy who can make something special happen once he clears the line of scrimmage. Look at this blocking.
Here they run the draw, and as you say, it's great blocking. What they do is let everybody rush up the field, turnout. He goes up behind. Receivers are downfield doing an excellent job blocking. Levi Mel.
6 minutes to play in first quarter action. Tie ball game as we go inside the only warm spot here, Memorial Stadium. Mel picking his way. He has trouble then. He's down at the 40. Might have gotten one.
That time that defense really stiffened it up the middle. Then they say, hey, what are you thinking? You just beat us on one long run. We're not going to let you do it 2 times in a row.
Yeah, Mike Feilmuller seen enough of the back of Levi Mel. He wanted to get him stood up right at the line of scrimmage. So he got maybe a half yard, perhaps a half, if they're lucky a half. They spot him just ahead of that stick, and it's second down and ostensibly 10 yards to go. Jeremy Mostick. He's a senior at 6'1", 185. Now he's going to dart it himself. The official helps across the 35 to the 33. Not a first down, but it sets up a third down and relatively short. And as you watch on this quarterback draw, I think the umpire, Steve Blocker, got in the way. He threw a good block.
Well, right
there.
Well, right there. He was looking to throw the ball. He was looking to the right side. He had 2 receivers in the route. There was nothing there. He saw a big old opening. He took it. Without hesitation.
So it was 12 on 11 for one play. Option series. Keeps the football and gets the first down. Very wise not to pitch it. We have seen in these playoffs, Tommy Frazier, kids pitch the ball because they've got the trailing back. But Mostick knew what he had to get, and he had it, no problem.
Yeah, that time when you're coming up into a big old crowd, sometimes some quarterbacks want to take a chance and pitch the ball to try to make a big play. But you know what you need for the first down. Get the first down, take the ball, take your chances on the next play. Tyler
Peterson, another tackle. So Crete showing some moxie. Elkhorn moved it down the football field, got it in the end zone to pull even at 7-7. And now here's Crete, 1st and 10 at the 29. Mel gets a block. Mel breaks a tackle with a flag down to the line of scrimmage, maybe one more. To the 28 perhaps, as we sort out the laundry at 4:16 in first quarter action.
That time the Elkhorn defense figured they knew what was coming. They saw that the counter trap action, so they had their outside linebacker step up into the hole and wrap them up one-on-one.
Holding. 15 yards. It'll be 1st and 25. Legal use of hands, 10 yards. 1st and 20 for Crete. Cardinals had to feel like this was a home game, Tommy, with all the traveling they had to do to get here. McCook is not next door. Scotts Bluff, many believe, should be part of Wyoming. So for them to handle all of that bus travel and still have enough juice to get into the title game means they ought to have something on their side.
Well, that's the way it is. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices and do the things that you don't want to do in order to get here to the championship game.
Mostick tries to thread one between 2 of the antlers. Kevin James is collared down. Heavy hitting put on the play by Ringenberg, the left end, who is trailing the tight end. No flag, despite the pleas by the Crete High fans beneath us.
Yeah, everyone's out here. The Crete fans, you hear him, is booming because they felt it should have been pass interference. But it was a good call by the referee. He thrown the ball in different coverage. It's like him and the ball got there at the same time, so that was good, no call.
Remember, once the ball is in the air, it belongs to anybody. Mel on 2nd and 25, riding a wave, but too much of the Red Sea out there to spill him down. Once again, Peterson, who's a very active defensive back, getting in on it, and Ringenberg 2. Peterson 1, Ringenberg 6. He didn't get much. It's 3rd down at about 18, only 2 after the incomplete pass and then the running play as Mark Ward paces the Crete sidelines. His team has never won the title, but they've had a good run of success in the last few years.
Right there you saw the great physical dominance of the Elkhorn defense.
3rd down and 18. And another flag. This is one thing that's going to wreck the entertainment value of this game is a piece of laundry in the air every 3-4 plays. Offside Elkhorn.
We've had more flags thrown in this first quarter of this game than we had in the previous 2.
Yep. This will make the 3rd down play slightly more negotiable. Down to 13. We're at 3:14 on the clock in the first quarter. On a frosty night in November, 7-7 were tied in the first period of the Class B title game. A deep throw, it's a wounded quail, and it's incomplete. Just left his hand the wrong way.
Well, I know we have a lot of hunters out there, so I wish they'd say, oh, where's my gun, where's my gun?
Well, Brad McMillan, who is the starting split end and the target on that play, was open, but Mostek just couldn't get a good enough grip. And look at that, it just flutters around. You need your duck call. So it is 4th down now and 13 yards at the 33-yard line. Sure, we got a few people dressed for a duck blind, so we'll say it's wounded duck out. Now they're going to go for it here, 33-yard line in a 7-7 ball game, but they can't get it off.
Like I said, the officials must have loved this weather out here because they sure are making this game go longer than it should.
Illegal procedure, actually. They didn't have somebody lined up along the line of scrimmage.
No, but so far the officials doing a great job. They have to call what they see. They can't make it speed the game up because of the weather. If they see something, they have to call it because they're doing their job.
This is their best way to stay warm. 4th down and 18 now as that encroachment penalty has been ostensibly erased. And a quick pitch. And Mel's going to let her rip. There's some spin on that, and he's got his man wide open at the 5.
That's what you call your option pass right there.
Well, the option worked beautifully as Sam Bartak reels in a long one.
Not only can Levi Mayer run the ball, he's shown right here he has a fine arm too.
Watch him elude the rush.
Maybe this guy needs to be a quarterback. Right there, you see him avoid the rush, gain his composure, get a good grip on the ball, throw the ball down the field.
You gotta love it on 4th down with that kind of razzle-dazzle. And now Mostek has his ball club in business inside the 5. He runs into stiff resistance in there as Elkhorn comes hitting hard, and Jameen Hansen puts a stop to Mostek.
Right there, what happened there, Mostek? I think he's looking right now too much to cut the ball, cut the ball up under. What he needs to do, just go ahead and run the option like it's supposed to be ran. Don't look to cut right. If the cut up lane comes, take it. If not, bring it. Keep taking it to the outside.
2nd down and goal, 5-yard line. Mel the lone setback. 5 men up front in red shirts for Elkhorn. Mel spinning, cannot lose Hansen a second time. He got some help this time from his mate on defense. Good hit by Lamore. It'll be 3rd and goal as Elkhorn stiffens some.
Right now the Elkhorn defense saying, hey, they down here, but we can't let them in. We're to get the scores tied. Let's see if we can keep them off the scoreboard.
Into the lineup is Nick DeHarsh. He's number 45. He's going to line up in the backfield with young Mel. Receivers left and right. Mostek gives it to the fullback. He gets away for the first one, but not the second one, and he's down at the 2-yard line. And a nice bit of work out of the defense by number 38, Mark Keith. He's a backup linebacker. And a timeout called for by Crete because they need to yak about it. 4th down, goal to go from the 2 at 1:09 in the first quarter of a 7-7 ball game between Crete and Elkhorn for the Class B title. An impressive 26-13 victory for Elkhorn in the championship semifinal style game against Pius X. That's the best way to stay warm. Make a friend. And that's his father.
As you can tell, he's happy to be on the big screen TVs here at Memorial Stadium. And there you see a band member who doesn't know whether to play or just stand here and
wind blowing out of the north, so it is helping Crete here in the first period of play. And they have completed a couple of passes. About 15 to 25 miles an hour. The chill of the wind is really despicable. It's down to -12. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. I ought to give it to Mel, see what he can do. Option play for Mostek, and he ducks it in there for the score.
right there's a good prime example of not trying to force the cut up. If it's there, take it. If it's not, go outside right here. You see he's running down line there. Bam, you see the guys blocking out. Cut up on there. So that's a fine job right there by Mostek running the option that time.
Well, when you're keying on a guy who scored 25 touchdowns, it's understandable when you leave a little room for that guy. Here's the PAT attempt. It is up, and it is good. As Crete converts on the PAT as Kevin James does his job. And we have 1:05 to play in this, the first period. It's been an offensive show, Tommy Frazier. 14-7. Couple of long drives. Crete parlays the fumble into 6. PAT was good, so we've got something underway here. A little bit of a fireworks show on a chilly night in Lincoln.
Yeah, we might have a long night. Might be right now. It's on a pace of scoring 60 points for each team. So hopefully one of those defenses can step up and say, hey, it's time to stop all these fireworks and let's get down to business.
Somebody needs to quickly remind these guys that this is not six-man football. That they're supposed to play the hard-nosed, rugged defense in conditions such as these.
So far, from what I see, they score more points now than in the first quarter than 6 men did in 3 quarters.
Nick DeHash will kick it off again. Elkhorn must face the wind for just 1:05. He skitters this one along the ground. Peterson. DeHash saves. Drills him out at the midfield stripe. So the yards are going to come in bundles tonight, or so it appears, as Tyler Peterson shoots through the attack and gets it out to the midfield stripe.
From what it looks like from right now, if you don't make that tackle the first time, then you better hope and pray that you have someone back there contained, because they're going to gain 20 yards after if you miss that first tackle. Right there, even the missed tackle, he just shoots up in there. Like I said, there's 15 additional yards after the first contact.
Those are the football just shy of midfield. McMiniman and Tighe buried at the 49. Tough hitting on the inside of the Crete defense. Good work by Adam Kalkwarf. Linebackers, Brandon Roth and Mel. Bartek is also one of those. They run a 4-3. Brad McMillian is a cornerback with Renzi and Dan Heineman, the free safety, number 17. Second down, ostensibly 10 for Elkhorn. Mel, a second try. This time he has stood up, but he does clear the midfield stripe and gets to about the 47.
Right now, Elkhorn is trying to respond to the touchdown that Crete just scored.
Mel put the wood to him.
Right now, Crete saying, hey, we can score. Can you do better? Elkhorn say first say yes, we can do better. Crete went back down to score. Can Elkhorn respond? We'll see.
Third down, about 6. As they work on Crete down, folks. First period is over. A bit of a surprise. This from the NSHSAA. Jim Rose and Tommy Frazier, Memorial Stadium for the Class B title. Welcome here. Elkhorn and Crete. Cardinals in a mild upset, 14-7. Elkhorn has it, third down. About 6 from the 47-yard line of Crete. McMiniman with time. Incomplete, out of the reach of his target, Nick Ahrens.
There, what you saw, it wasn't that the pass was badly thrown. What had happened was the turf is getting to the receivers right now. He taking extra time to get out of the break.
Let's talk about it in the first period, numerals-wise. We'll tell you about that in a minute. 4th down and 6 and a punt.
Right now we have the first punt of the game. Let's see how the Crete Cardinals return guy handles the punt.
Ringenberg stands at his 40 on 4th and 6. With the wind behind him, a fluttering kick that they're going to let go, and it dances into the end zone. Staying clear away from that.
Well, that almost
was Dan Heineman, the deep safety.
But that was a gutsy play by him. He lets the ball go. It seemed like it wanted to die at the 1 yard line, but that momentum just kept it going in there.
That'll be pretty impressive the way young Mostic is running this offense, Tommy Frazier. He has kept Elkhorn guessing some. Jeremy has given it to Male some. He's run some play action.
Well, that's what you
been
want.
Actually pretty impressive.
As a quarterback, that's what you want to do. You want to keep the defense off guard. You don't want them to really really figure out what you're trying to do offensively.
And a fresh back is into the ball game. And carrying the football for Crete is Nate Harrington. He is drilled on the play.
Ryan Palmer on the stop.
Wow. Palmer says, I know you're not 32, so you're going to pay for it.
Right here, looks like Ryan Palmer has some speed. It seems like the running back there, he's going to make it to the outside right here. There you see Ryan Palmer. Oh, that was a nice thing.
Yeah.
Picture perfect, like a helmet in front. Wrap up, drive him down.
Got 1, 2nd and 9. In the second period from Lincoln. Oops. I'll have a flag down as Farrenbrook, the fullback, jumped early. And Mel is then dumped. It's a cost of 5 yards. It was a free down. And we'll move it back to about the 16. So it's been kind of messy. What explosion. Looks like Craig James as he gets to the open field. He didn't wear James' old number, 32.
Well, there you have it. You bring in two new fresh backs to give Levi Miller a break. Look what happened when you bring back the game. He explodes right here for a 23-yard gain.
And his acceleration to the outside. And, of course, the execution over on that right side by Kalkworth and Lowenstein cannot be possibly overemphasized. Going to get it once more. Picks his way. He's got good balance and quick feet. He doesn't just churn, he waits for the hole to open. That's an instinct, and he gets a good gain out of it, 5 yards up to the 45. First quarter numbers, Tommy Frazier. 5 first downs for the Cardinals, 4 for Elkhorn. Rushing yards, very dramatic. Passing yards about even. That turnover is the difference.
Yeah, that turnover is different right now between the score being 7-7 instead of now it's 14-7.
10 minutes in the half. Mel, a third carry, looking for the first down. He is almost to midfield. He needs the Elkhorn 49.
Right now, what Crete is trying to do is say, hey, we have a 14-7 lead. We have the ball. We're driving. Let's just keep the ball on the ground and let them stop us. No mistakes. Don't throw the ball in the air and press for an interception or a turnover. Just keep the ball on the guy. Give it to Levi and let him do what he can.
And as we know, when you're getting 4.5, 5 yards on running plays, play action becomes even more lethal. A 4th straight carry for Levi Mill, but you couldn't tell by that muscle. He gets the first down on 3rd and 1.
There you have it again. Why throw the ball when you have a thoroughbred like that? Just give him the ball, let him do what he does best, and that's run.
Actually, that's Levi Mill, number 32. 9:18 as they chew up time here in the second period, but this ground game is now well over 100 yards. Option for Mostek. He does pitch it off to Mel. Does the tightrope act as he strings out the defense. And he doesn't do much with it. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
And there you see the turf has something to do with it. The surface has something to do with that. Or if the surface didn't have as much ice on it, he could have caught that pitch and went right field. But now it's like ice out there, so he tap dance or a tightrope down the sideline just so he can stay in bounds and be able to turn his shoulders upfield.
That was good work by Steve Braithwaite. He's the backup left guard on the defense for Elkhorn. He made some yardage up in a hurry. A big horse like that jumping over blockers, you get over there and make the play. Second down and about 9.5. See if Mostick utilized these receivers. Nope, going to stay right with the horse that carries this wagon.
And the fumble on
There's
the
a ball on the floor, and it is open, and Crete ain't getting it back.
Well, there we have it. One turnover apiece now. Crete took Elkhorn's first fumble down. Score. Let's see if Elkhorn can return the favor.
Let's see which favor went to which Elkhorn Antler. Who got the football? There it is, and it belongs to number 6, Kyle Ringenberg.
Here we see it again, right? It's hard to see where the ball came out, but we know it came out.
Now we're even in the turnover department. If Elkhorn can capitalize as Crete did. McMenamin throwing the football. He's got his man. He nearly drops it, but it's good for a first down. On the play, a reception made. It's Dwayne Carbolito.
Right now what you're seeing is two different types of styles of football. You see Crete running the ball, and then now you see Elkhorn, the play action pass, right? And both teams have been very successful in what they're trying to do.
Carbolito hauls it in. He got it past the DB on the play, Heineman. First and 10, 44-yard line of Crete. I formation. Pressure and a near interception and a flag. They wanted Carbolito again. This time too tight was Heineman.
And 5 seconds later, you saw another referee throw a flag. So you know they're going to call that when two guys throw flags. Here's a replay of that play, right there.
Yep, well ahead of the ball.
Great call.
So Heineman grows goat horns, and this is going to cost the Cardinals 15 yards. Put the football down at about the 39. 8:23 in the half, 14-7. Cardinals of Crete with a lead over number 2 Elkhorn. Fullback is Palmer on this set, and the I-back is John Carlson. Ooh, Palmer almost able to break it, but not quite out of the grasp of Adam Bartek, number 80. Gets the ball in pretty good shape on first down, about 6 yards. Ryan Palmer's Elkhorn Antlers face 2nd and 4.
This Elkhorn offense is doing a fine job of mixing it up here. They show they come out pass, and then bam, hit you with the fullback up the middle for a nice game.
Johnny McMenamin. It's time the tail of the tandem, the I-back gets it. And Carlson, these are the second string I-back and fullback combos in there. He doesn't quite get the first down. He's shy by a couple as the top skill units come back in now. 3rd and 1. Elkhorn trying to punch one in, tie up this ball game as we come to nearly the last 6 minutes of the second 12-minute period. Full house backfield for McMenamin. And the handoff to Adam Teig, who's still trying to atone for fumbling the football on the first play from scrimmage. And he does so by getting the first down anyway to the 17. Adam Teig, good for the Antlers of Elkhorn.
And then we have this power football. Line them up in a straight T formation and say, okay, guys, we only need 2 yards. Let's go up there and get it. I'm seeing you with some extra blocking. We're going to get this first down and keep this drive going.
Teig, 777 yards on the campaign for Coach Mark Workman. Back to the regular I formation. First down. They are able to string out Carlson and dump him for a loss. Crete was expecting the pitch play that time. And specifically ahead of all of that exercise for the Cardinals was Kalkworth.
Well, if they weren't suspecting this pitch play, they sure had the right defense call. But as you can see right there, it's hard for these guys to cut on the surface.
6:33 in the second period, 2nd and 10. On the end around, they give it away, and Carbolito does the rope back and is just out of bounds as he can't keep his footing, which is not difficult to imagine given the ice that is formed on the sidelines down there. They put him down inside the 10 at the 9.5, shy of the first down by 1.
But notice this, he was able to break a tackle to gain 7 yards. He was wrapped up in the backfield initially, right here. As you see, he fights off the block. He was initially grabbed the backfield, but he was able to break that tackle and gain 7 yards. Well, actually 9 yards.
The running play gets the first down, I believe. Very close anyway. See where they spot the football, yeah. It'll be near the 5. Tighe carries the mail, and it is first and goal for the Antlers of Elkhorn.
It's just right here, just good old-fashioned football, mixing up some play action and then driving it down that Crete's throat.
No need to pass when you're getting the ball where you need it to be on the ground. And here's Tighe, spinning and moving and down at the 3. Brandon Roth, number 88, waited patiently, shed his blocker, and took care of Adam Tighe, who has been very productive inside the red zone of the opposing defense. He has now scored 26 times this year. Second and goal from the 4. Tighe follows 2 blockers, burrows toward the goal line, down at the 1.
Right now, you see Elkhorn trying to pound it. They don't want to try anything fancy. They're down here inside the 5-yard line. Why try anything fancy? Send it right up the middle.
Big old Carkworth would not be pushed any further. Third down and goal. McMenemy himself stretches the body over the goal line, and he's in there for the touchdown. What a bruising drive that was by the Antlers of Elkhorn. Tommy Frazier to pull to within 1.
And that's what Elkhorn wanted to do. Crete went down and scored, and now Elkhorn came back and answered. So right now, this is what you want in a football game. One team goes down and scores, the other team answers.
Palmer to attempt the tying PAT. Out of the hold of McMenemy. Hooked it. It looked like one of my sand wedges. Crete holds the lead by 1, 14-13 at 5:17 to go.
Well, that could have been one of your drives.
There's a happy Antler after that long drive that resulted in 6, but they didn't pull even. They'll have to do that next time. Crete gets the ball back, but now we're really beginning to even up in the rushing category. Take away the long runs that have been a part of Lance Mell. Very balanced attack by Elkhorn. 54 yards rushing, 41 passing. And that's a pretty healthy number for a rotten night. 48:04 in to watch the B title game. In 96, that is second only to the Class A title game, which drew about 8,500. But 54 yards rushing, 41 yards passing for Elkhorn. A lot of rushing and not much passing for Mostek and Crete. But they still lead it by 1, 14-13, and we've still got 5:17 to play in second quarter action.
This has turned out to be a great football game. One team takes down the score, the other team answers.
Palmer's knuckleball is taken off a hop. And with an airborne tackle, down on the play for Crete is Dusty Fahrenbrook, number 43. He'll get it out across the 30 to the 31, where it's first and 10 for the white shirts and the red pants of Crete High.
Right there, he takes it off the first bounce, takes it up the middle. Hey, don't try anything fancy. I'm just going to run straight up the field and get as many yards as I can.
Power in the Central East Conference. School Crete, an enrollment of about 368. First and 10 at the 32. Mostek and Mell. This time they can't get free from the look of Nate Clark, number 63.
And there's that stingy defense of Elkhorn. Not giving up many yards up the middle.
One of these days, one of these defenses is going to finally get the better of it, and we'll see a punt. But with a successful ground game that both Elkhorn and Crete employ, that's just exactly what a coach wants on a chilly night and trying to win this kind of a ball game, where you don't want to shoot out as much as you want to control the football.
And that's what you practice. That's what you practice. You practice the way you play. Both teams, from what I understand, they practice controlling the ball on the ground. That's exactly what they're doing right now.
And there's Lance Mell on 2nd and 12, getting 10. Levi Lance Mel. Of the 12, 9 actually. It'll be 3rd down and 3. But look at how he just bursts past the onrushing tacklers. Finally, Ringenberg rings him up, but this guy is tough to bring down. He's a north-south runner if there ever was one. And he carries it all the time.
And he stopped short of the first down there.
3rd down and 3. He needs the 42. He might have gotten the 40 and a half. Ringenberg again gets credit.
Right here you see that aggressive interior defense by Elkhorn.
This is by no means an anomaly. This guy has been good for 63% of Crete's offense. 63% of it. That's astounding for one guy. But he wasn't able to do it on that series, and they're going to have to punt it away. But before we can snap the ball back to Kevin James, we have a timeout called for. That'll belong to Crete, I believe.
Elkhorn called the timeout.
Elkhorn did.
They had too many guys on the field. So
that's not good.
That's a smart timeout.
You don't want that. You watch how Mel takes care of things in the second half, because in fact, this guy truly has the durability to stay effective at the end of the game. But really, how they use him isn't very complex. Ward said we really run multiple formations from the single back set, so there are a lot of things to manipulate the secondary, but it's pretty simple. We do some trapping, we do some zone blocking, we just try to run power football. We're not going to have you chase us all over the field. You just try to stop our guy.
Well, the guy size of Levi Mel, you don't need to do all that trapping this time. Just give him the ball, let him run straight ahead.
Here's James now on 4th down and 2 from the 40. High snap. He reels it in and boots it high into the wind. You can tell how frigid it is on the turf down there. They tag it down at the 42-yard line. Elkhorn in pretty good shape. 3:17 to play in the period. Second quarter. Down on the big board 14-13, trying to warm up their fans. Crete had a lead of 7-0. Elkhorn tied it. Then it was 14-7. Elkhorn came back, blew the PAT. So the Cardinals in a mild upset with a 1-point lead. But here's Messer McMenemy. Play action faking. He's got his man. Ringenberg breaking a tackle. Gonna get him at the 5.
There you have that play action pass sneak in. What they're doing is faking the dive, faking the counter sweep, hitting the guy on the flat, let him use his athletic ability, use his speed.
A breakdown on defense. Everybody was paying too much attention to the running game, and McMenamin makes them pay for it.
As you can see right there,
Ringenberg.
A missed tackle right there. Now all he has to do is just run and try to outrun the guys. He drags the defender for about 10 yards before he's finally brought down.
Tig is bowled over at the line of scrimmage. Heavy pop put on the play by Mel. These teams just don't throw the football much for a living, but their play action has got to work. And in a title game like this, you would expect it to be effective since they haven't shown it on film much. Big power bruising fullback up the middle, close to the goal line. But Jameen Hansen is denied. He tries to give Elkhorn its first lead of the ball game.
And that's what you call a north-south runner. He took the hand off and just kept straight. He didn't change his path. He didn't try to go around. He just ran right through the guy's chest.
He's just pushing Mel back that time. It's 3rd and goal. They get it? No, sir.
That time the Crete interior defense won the battle.
What a hit applied by Dahesh. It means 4th down instead of the goal line. And Elkhorn needs to yak about this. Minute 43, period 2. 14-13, Crete with a lead. Trying to keep Elkhorn from getting their first advantage. That's how far they are from the goal line, just 1 yard. Workman, when Crete gets the ball back, had a lot to say about Mel, as many do. You'll see him run the ball for 40 or 50 yards, thinking he's huffing and puffing, come back the next play and get dropped for 2. Next play, burst up the middle for 12. He was almost the most remarkable of the players that you'll see in Class B. They just block well, give him holes to run through, and that's exactly what happens. Now, Elkhorn's a little bit more diversified. They run a variety of sets. You've seen the power set, several guys in the backfield. They've run a little option.
And the amazing thing about it, this guy's playing both sides of the ball, so you can tell that his condition is good, because on nights like this, when you run the ball as much as he has, and play as much defense as he has, he's tired, but he's out there playing full speed.
4th and goal at the 1. McMenemy himself, I don't know that he got it.
It's going to be a
Both
critical call.
players are saying the other thing. He didn't get it. Crete holds. Well, that is spectacular defense against a very powerful offense.
That is a great goal line standstill. They kept him out of there.
With 1:34 in the half, the lead for the moment is preserved, as everybody wearing a white shirt got around McMenemy. And there are 2 schools of thought on a quarterback sneak. Number 1, you don't have far to go, so you just want to follow your center. But number 2, if you don't get any traction or any forward thrust, you can get stopped more often than not.
Yes, and that's just what it was. That offensive line didn't get any push on that play. And if you don't get any push, you're not going to get your quarterback in the end zone.
Bostic just did for Crete what McMenemy hoped to do for Elkhorn, and that is just push the ball across the line of scrimmage. He made a nice gain of 3.5 yards. He's up to about the 4.
Yeah, right there, all he tried to do right there is gain breathing room. He really needed some breathing room, so that's exactly what he did. Just get some breathing room, so where they want to drop back and pass the ball, they can.
Moving on 1 minute in the first half of play. This is pretty steady, Eddie. Mel driving toward the 10. Through arms and shoulders. Levi Mel for near a first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Just watch how he breaks through everybody. This is a good look at him. The top of the eye just bursts right through everybody and just drags a few guys.
That's a sign of a good hard runner.
He'd be good in a human demolition derby. Crete wants to get 1 more play off and let this first half finish. 3rd down and 1. And Mel over left side. It'll be close. They have to stop the clock, which is something Parkour didn't want to have happen.
As soon as the change
They got it.
As soon as the change is set, they start the clock up.
That right there was an important 4 downs. Because if they bobble it down around the 1-yard line, you've in essence given Elkhorn a touchdown, because they aren't going to be denied the next time. Not a team undefeated number 2 in the state. So to get that first down and have to run 1 more has been a big plus. Halftime is here. A little mild upset going. Number 6 Crete at 11 and 1 with a 14-13 lead over number 2 and undefeated Elkhorn in the 1996 Class B State High School Championship game from Memorial Stadium. We'll return right after you hear this.
First half highlights brought to you by First Bank.
Crete trying to parlay a fumble into points right away in the B title game. Mostek has the first down and a ton more. Dragged out of the 6. Mel follows blocking, struggles, he's there, touchdown Crete. Inching ever nearer the Crete end zone. Tige bursting through, and he outraces the Cardinals to the pylon. Adam Tige pulls the Elkhorn Antlers to within 1. Jeremy Mostek. Fullback carrying the football, Dusty Fahrenbrook. He's free! Actually, this is DeHarsh, number 45, the backup fullback. He's on a football field, and he takes it out of Dangerville all the way out to the 46-yard line. Been ostensibly erased. And a quick pitch, and Mel's going to let her rip. There's some spin on that, and he's got his man wide open at the 5. I ought to give it to Mel. See what he can do. Option play for Mostick, and he ducks it in there for the score. Third down and goal. McMenemy himself stretches the body over the goal line, and he's in there for the touchdown. So the Cardinals in a mild upset with a 1-point lead. But here's Messer McMenemy. Play action faking. He's got his man. Ringenberg breaking a tackle. Gonna get him at the 5.
He's tired, but he's out there playing full speed.
4th and goal at the 1. McMenemy himself. I don't know that he got it.
It's gonna be a critical
Both players are saying the other thing. He didn't get it. Crete holds. Well, that is lots of excitement in the first half of play, Tommy Frazier, as these two teams play a 14-13 game with just 24 minutes of football remaining in the high school football season in Nebraska. This is the last title game of the playoff set, and Crete has a 14-13 lead. It was an impressive first half offensively for both ball clubs.
Yeah, I think what happened was each team got caught up until, we can't get any traction out here, so we're just going to run the ball. And no defense, either one of the team's defense was able to stop the other team from moving the ball.
Some of the numerals in the first half. 9-8, Elkhorn with one more first down, but look at the rushing yards, and of that 171, Mr. Mel has been responsible for 90 of them, although he's carried the ball a lot, 24 times. The leading rusher is Adam Teig, 24 yards on 8 carries for him, 4 of 5 through the air for McMenamin. That was nice. Mostick has not completed a pass. And, of course, the penalties are stacking up some. Crete has 5. Elkhorn 1. The time of possession very heavily weighted in favor of Crete. 15 minutes of time of possession for Crete. They ran off 36 plays. Just 8 minutes of time for Elkhorn. They ran off 25 plays. There were no interceptions, but a couple of fumbles. Each team lost one. Crete was able to get theirs into the end zone. The only thing that really matters is the fact that we have a 1-point game. Crete with an edge of just 14-13 over Elkhorn here in the first half of play at Memorial Stadium. Rose and Tommy Frazier, it's nice to have you here. I think we were incorrect. We gave Adam Teig a touchdown when in fact that touchdown for Elkhorn belonged to Carlson. John Carlson, 28, not Adam Teig, 20, got the touchdown. That is the deal. Nonetheless, it counts just the same. It is 14-13. The only difference being a missed extra point by Elkhorn on their second score. 19 degrees. The wind blowing out of the north at 25 miles an hour. We have a wind chill factor of 12 below zero. And the snow has been off and on.
Right now, what you're going to see now, you have 24 minutes left of football in high school football this year. So what you're going to see now is hopefully the best 24 minutes left of the season.
Of either team. On the ground, the ball is loose again, and Crete's got it again.
There you have it. The opening kickoff is fumbled away by Elkhorn, and Crete's recovered. As you know, in the first half, Crete took the turnover fumble that they had earlier in for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again.
Brandon Roth kicked the ball on the ground. So some interesting coaching by Mark Ward, the coach of Crete. He elects to try an onside kick. With the weather deteriorating as it is, this may be just the break that Crete needs to get a little cushion. And Levi Mel carries for the 25th time, but not for much, maybe half a yard. Again, the offense, the starters for Crete, James and Bowling, Sand Charman, Lowenstein, Kalkworth, McMillan, Bartek, Farnbrook, Mel, and Mostick. Defensively for Elkhorn, Ringenberg, Palmer, Weimer, Clark, Obernt, Peets, Hansen, Fielmeyer, Carbolillo, and McMenemy. Tyler Peterson is the safety. You can see the snow whipping across. Second down, 9. Mel cannot get out of the grip of Jameen Hansen, number 34. He advances the ball ball about 3 inside the 40 to the 37-yard line.
And you see that Elkhorn defense trying to establish itself in this second half. They're saying we turned the ball over on the opening kickoff, and now it's time for us to go out there and stop this team from getting in the end zone.
3rd down and 8. An onside kick to start the second half has given the Cardinals the football in good shape. Jeremy Mostick on the reverse pivot. Keeps it himself. Eats the football inside the 35 at the 34, which is shy of the first down by in the neighborhood of 5 yards. 4th down to upcome and a decision all the way. We have an injured Elkhorn Antler, and that's Ringenberg.
What you have is what we call the counter option. He's going to fake one way, come back. He sees something right there, but he has no other choice but to cut up under and gain 3 yards.
Ringenberg comes off. He's all right. He has to leave for one play. He'll no doubt be back, which would be good because he was a key guy for Elkhorn in the first half of play. He was hanging on for dear life on Levi Mell. 10-20, third period, first series of the second half. And the Crete Cardinals are in possession of the football. Jeremy Mostick doesn't like the arrangement on 4th down as they elect to go for it. We have a timeout called for.
There's some confusion up there whether the guy was in the right spot or not, but he did the smart thing by not running the play, calling the timeout.
Rushing total pretty ominous. Crete came in averaging 251 yards per game on the ground. They had 170-some in the first half of play. They had only been throwing the football for about 42 yards per game. So this is not what you would call a juggernaut offense. Conversely, Elkhorn is. They average 300 yards per game on the ground, but they only have 58 through the first half. So indeed, the lead sentence has been the extraordinary performance of the Crete defense. 4th down and 4. Mell looking for a seam, stretches the body, doesn't get one. The 4th down and 4 gets them only 3, and they turn it over on downs. Here is Elkhorn's opening possession of half number 2. He has carried the football now 27 times, and we have not even cleared 10 minutes in the third quarter.
In that first drive of the second half, Crete really looked very conservative there. They didn't try anything special. They didn't try anything really to take advantage of that turnover. They looked very conservative. One thing, they're having problems adjusting to something that Elkhorn's doing in the second half.
Oberimp, Brewer, Failmeyer, Peets, Huddleston, and Weimer up front for Elkhorn. The rest of them in alone. Here's John McManamine, and a swing pass to Ringenberg. Mell dogs him down at about, the 35 and a half. Throws him out of bounds after a gain of roughly 5. The starting quarterback, John McManamine. The split end is Doug Larmore. We've also seen some Nick Aarons. The slot man is Ringenberg, who just caught that pass. But a long pass play to Carbolito was just as impressive in the first half. Jameen Hansen is the fullback with Adam Teig, number 20. The tailback, we've also seen some John Carlson. Jumping along the defensive front, we had movement along the offensive front. This might be Phil Peets' responsibility. Indeed, 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and more like 11.
That's one thing Coach hates to see. They gain 5 yards on first down, makes it 2nd and 5, and they get that penalty. So virtually, it's like a no gain for first down, and now it's 2nd and 11.
The officials, the referee, the man in the white hat, Kent McCallum. We'll run down the others for you at our next opportunity. Out of the eye, 2nd and 11. Elkhorn at the 31-yard line. Play action faking. McManamine throwing, incomplete, and a pretty defensive play turned in by the cover man, Brad Renzi.
That was a great play by Brad Renzi. What he did, came by and knocked a sure catch right out the hands of the tight end just then.
3rd down and 11 as he read the pass beautifully and broke it up.
There you have play action fake. The receiver, he has the receiver wide open there. Watch the makeup ground that the defensive back shows right there.
Perfect timing on the play too, Tommy Frazier. 3rd and 11, 31. McManamine's got a rush, delivers the pass. It is complete, but not for a first down. On the reception was Dan Weimer, the tight end. He needed to get to about the 42. He reached only the 38, and he was quickly hemmed in by Crete's linebackers.
Right there, that was a good safe pass. He saw that he didn't have anything downfield, so he just found his tight end and hit him for the quick short yard, get him a couple yards where they can try their best to hit him deep in their territory.
Ringenberg to boot. Heineman deep. Good punt into the wind. Heineman gets her catch, fumbles of course, and then is buried at the 27. We have not seen, I think, 2 consecutive punts or kicks fielded all day long. And with the wind whipping and blowing and with the snow falling, you can't be surprised. It's 1st and 10 for Crete. Second series of this second half. 8:30 to play, period 3. 14-13. They still got a 1-point lead.
Yeah, out here with this one, it's going to be kind of hard to catch any type of ball that's kicked.
Anders digging in on Jeremy Mostic. Mel finds no room on that play. He goes over left guard Steve Sand and left tackle Corey Bowling. But only to the line of scrimmage, the 28, maybe the 29. 1 yard or a half a yard. It's 2nd and 9.5.
As you can see coming out of the second half, that Elkhorn defense is really tightened down. They're not giving Levi Mel much running room in the second half. He's not seeing as much running room as he did the first half.
With the snow getting thicker, Mostic on the option. He's got room along the far sideline. Finally whipped out of bounds across the way by Carbolito, and he got the first down.
Right there, that was just great blocking on the room to get Mostic to the outside and give him enough room to run for the first down.
They've been relying on the left side, and with James lining up over there and blocking some people, number 89, there has been some moonlight across the way.
Like you see, he plays a little bowling action there and goes over there and slides into people and knocks a couple of their players down.
It's going to be holding. Maybe that's one of the reasons there's so much moonlight. Steve Blocker is the umpire. Randy Hagedorn the linesman. Dwayne Hodge the line judge, and the back judge is Marcus Wacker. After that, it's 2nd and 15 with the nose of the football back at the 23. 7:49. We are in period 3. The white shirts of Crete with a 14-13 lead. Lunging to catch the pitch and making something out of it. That's when Mel hits the skating rink on the near boundary. You saw what happened. He got a lot of that 15 back. They're going to say he's officially out at the 33, which sets up a 3rd down. And about 6, so 9 yards, and watch him stretch the arms out to catch this wobbly pitch.
Yeah, if you want to know how icy it is on that sideline, just watch this.
Whoop.
Demolition derby right there.
I'm amazed we haven't had any dislocated bones. Very, very slick along the sidelines. 3rd and 5.5 from the 33. And a draw play. Not going to get the first down.
For some reason, that Elkhorn defense has made the proper adjustment. They come out and they've kept Levi Mel in check so far this half.
They tried this draw play in the first half and it worked, but they were not fooled this time.
Right there, you saw the guys who was in blocks reach back and slowed him down.
Initially slowed down by Jameen Hansen and then finished off by the rest of them. Timeout called for by Elkhorn. That leaves the Antlers with 2. Wordman has been fretting over what Crete does defensively since he found out that they would be playing the Cardinals and not Scotts Bluff. Scotts Bluff was defeated by Crete in the semifinal. But Crete puts 5, 6, 7 guys close to the line of scrimmage, and they disguise their blitzes so well. Unexpectedly, they'll shoot a linebacker through. So he is hoping, and to a degree it has not been successful so far in the ball game, that the quarterback, McMenamine, will pick up the blitz. To the extent that it has not been effective, you can look at the stats. And with only 58 yards, as we say hello to you from the warm confines of Section 200 here at Memorial Stadium. 4th down now, 3 yards to go from the 35. With a wind behind him, a knuckleball. Bounds at the 40 for Elkhorn and is flagged down at the 43-yard line. There to make the grab for the Crete High Cardinals is number 90, Brad McMillan, sophomore defensive back.
As you saw them, they're not taking a chance of catching any punts. Right now, I guess coach have advised them to say, just let the punt hit the ground. We'll take our chances on they're not rolling 15 additional yards down the field.
Well, they were hoping that McMenamin would be able to pick up some blitzes. That has not happened because the running game for Elkhorn has been stifled somewhat. McMenamin keeps it and unloads it incomplete. His target was number 80, Nick Ahrens, the backup split end, but it was behind him.
And right now, the passing game at Elkhorn is looking similar to what Nebraska runs. They play action pass, rolls out to the away from the plate, and they have backside tight end crossing. And if he's not there, they have a onside flag route. So
that's not a huddle. They're just trying to get warm. 2nd and 10 at the 42. And a quick hitter up the middle for a couple. Across the 45 up to near the 47-yard line. On the football carry was Hanson. Ryan Palmer, number 30.
The offensive explosion that we saw in the first half has come down a lot in the second half. And you can think that's a great defense by both teams so far.
3rd and 5. On the end around, Carbonillo for the first down as he skitters across midfield and is not finished till he reaches nearly the 45, which should be good for a first down.
Right there, you see a little trickery there. What they do here is fake the ball up inside, have a guy come around, hand it off to him, have three guys out there blocking. First, picks up enough yards for the first down.
Clock moving at 6:18 in the 3rd quarter of a 1-point Crete lead. Elkhorn on the march. I think Adam Teig has the football, but he is surrounded, so we're not sure. Actually, it is his backup, John Carlson, 28. He didn't get much anyway, maybe one. 2nd and 9. He's got the backup in there. And he also has the backup fullback, Ryan Palmer. Backup split end, Nick Ahrens, wide left. John McMenamin, the starting quarterback, stays. He is faking. Somebody didn't turn correctly, or it was an overshot of Jason Zostro, number 88. One of the two, or he was hoping for a piece of Nick Ahrens about 10 yards further. But you can see this ball is in no man's land.
And what happened then, he had to throw the ball right before he wanted to because they came with a corner blitz to that side. So he didn't have enough time to set and read. He had to get rid of the ball before he took a real shot.
You just get the feeling Elkhorn isn't comfortable throwing it. 3rd down and 10 at the 45. On a draw play. Palmer spinning. He takes a seat a yard short. And who other than Levi Mell to keep him from the forward stick. Palmer comes up shy. It's 4th down. They might have to give it up. Which is interesting strategy here. They are at the 36-yard line, and maybe that's why they're not going to give it up. They got the running team out there. 4th and 2. If they don't get it, it's still the 37. And in these weather conditions, you got to figure Crete isn't going to be in good shape offensively. Down by 1. Adam Teig may not have made it. It's going to be awfully close, Tommy Frazier, as the line judge comes in to put his foot down where he thinks the ball should be down. From here, he didn't get it.
No, he didn't get it. He's about a half a yard short.
Although Kent McCallum, the referee, is going to take his time and measure it out. 4:54, 3rd quarter. Just not much of a flush here offensively.
Well, you're not seeing that great offensive dominance that you saw in the first half, and you can blame all on great defensive adjustment by both teams. There you have it. He missed it by a half a yard.
Crete has done a wonderful job along the defensive front. They held Elkhorn out of the end zone on 4th down and 1 in the 2nd period. And here they stop them on 4th and 2 at their own 37. So with a tick or two under 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, the Crete High Cardinals keep chugging along. We're a long way from being finished. It's only a 14-13 game, and there are still 5 minutes to be played in the third quarter. But Crete has done everything right so far. Levi Mill nearly lost the football. Tackling the ball and getting a piece of him in the exchange was Mike Feilmeyer, defensive guard number 62.
And once again, you haven't seen Levi Mill get on track this half wet. I don't know what Elkhorn did defensively, but it sure is working right now. He hasn't been able to get it loose for those big 10, 15, 20, 30-yard gains as he was in the first half.
His durability cannot possibly be overemphasized, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Play action faking. Mostic gets hit, throws the ball. He's wide open and drops it. Renzi couldn't reel it in.
Well, it's going to be a long walk back to the huddle for Renzi.
Even with the gloves.
Well, instead of him walking to the huddle, he's walking to the sideline where you have to hear from the coaches. Right here is a great play action fake. Two guys on one. He picks the right guy. The ball was there. He just didn't look it all the way, and he was thinking about running before he caught it.
Time is out, called for by Crete. A little confusion out there. That leaves the Cardinals with just one. But let me tell you why. Durability, as we see the rink along the sideline. Durability is an adjective that you cannot overemphasize when describing Levi Mill. Here is a guy who in the past two playoff games has rushed for more yards than just about anybody. And in fact, Ward said Mel rushed for 168 yards in the fourth quarter of Crete's quarterfinal victory over McCook and 128 in the final 12 minutes of the win over Scottsbluff in the semifinals. So when everybody is supposed to be most tired, or when the game is supposed to be most on the line, he has been most effective. And you know he hasn't come off the field on defensive plays. So when you look at what he's done on defense, coupled with what he's done on offense, this guy might not be just like the rest of us. 3rd down and 8 from the 38. Fullback getting free, and Farrenbrook is going to be near a first down. They were keying on Mel, and they handed it off to their trusty fullback, Dusty Farrenbrook.
That's exactly what you want. You get a ball to Mel so much this half, sneaking in to the fullback. Everyone thinks that you're going down the line for an option, but what they forget about, that fullback. On an option play, the fullback can be the most dangerous runner on the field.
As evidenced by all of the exploits of Macavickas and Schlesingers and Lance Lewises down through the years. You saw what happened to Dusty when he came to the sidelines. He hit the rink and then fell forward. There's a first down for Crete. The nose of the football is at the 44-yard line and is getting more and more difficult to see the yard markers as the snow falls in Lincoln. Well, we were lucky. At least the snow waited until late at night. Give it off to the second fullback in there, trying to keep his balance. Nick DeHesh. He sidesteps his way for maybe a yard, out to the 47.5.
If he could have kept his balance there, he could have gained about 6 or 7 more yards. Right here you see he takes a handoff, he hits right, but he's blocked up there, so he tries to go back left right there. If he could have kept his balance there, he had to block. He could have still been running for a couple more yards additional.
Thank goodness for Mike Feilmeyer. He threw his body at the ankles of DeHesh and able to trip him up. Actually, they'll say he lost some. So give it off to Mel, see if he can get it back. Bumped ahead to nearly midfield. He got that half-yard back. And about 4 more. It'll be close to 3rd down and 6 as Levi just keeps pumping. Somebody is scooping coal into his back pocket, and he's just rolling right on down the tracks.
And I see the thing about Levi is that right here, he's hit by one guy, but he's still, it's like every time he runs the ball, he's tackled. There's 2 or 3 guys taking shots before he finally goes down.
3rd down, 6.5 from right near midfield. Crete at 2:43 in the third. Still out in front by 1, and the pitch goes to Mel. He cannot turn and is bumped out of bounds. On the play, a hit made by Doug Lamore, who's the backup cornerback. And when it's so slick over there that you can't plant and cut, the defensive back has the advantage on the option.
And that was
they are 4 yards shy.
And that was a great job by Elkhorn then defensing the option. They took away the quarterback. They forced the guy into the sideline right here, so the defensive back will have only him and the sideline between him and Levi Mills, so he used the sideline as a part of the tackle.
Now Levi needs to adjust his headgear.
As much as this guy needs to be taken, I'm surprised he doesn't need a new helmet.
Yeah. I'm dying to know what his conditioning regimen looks like. He could make a mint just selling that. And it's 4th down, and we're going to have a punt. There have not been many of these, per se. As James pooches it high in the air, it is covered on the play, kind of, by Tyler Peterson.
And as you saw
Sort
again,
of bobbles it, muffs it, gets it back.
I think the coach's model is just direct their players, hey, leave the punts alone, let them hit the ground.
23-yard line, Elkhorn in its own territory. So everybody here who paid their way in and bundled up, wearing a variety of colors. I think I borrowed a jacket from somebody from Cambridge. Trying to find out, hoping that this Elkhorn ground game, which was so vaunted coming in, can show itself before the end. They're still very much in the ball game. We've only got a 1-point differential and 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. The officials intervene as we had movement along the front.
Looks like offsides on Crete, but we'll wait to see what. I was right. Offsides on Crete.
Elkhorn just rolled through the regular season. Nobody touched them in the regular season. Omaha Gross put up kind of a fight the first game, 24-21, but then they blew out Nebraska City, whomped on Gretna. Platteview was buried. Plattsmouth went down in a squeaker, 71-0. Waverly's pretty good ball club. They got beat by them, 37-3. So Elkhorn has had smooth sailing since August. And now another flag.
Well, the 5 yards they just gained on offsides from Crete. Elkhorn just gave it back.
As Elkhorn's Nick Aarons was across the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that can drive a coach nuts.
Especially now that we're into the 13th ball game. Norris is pretty good, and they got beat by him 42-14. Blair was not much of a challenge, 56-14. Qualifying round of the playoffs, Boys Town went quietly, and then South Sioux City, a playoff team, was throttled 55-0. They finally get something past the line of scrimmage as Jameen Hansen bolts it across for near a 1st down. He's down at the 33. It'll be 2nd and short.
And it seems like when they finally do get an effective running game going, they're just that one tackle away from making it to a superb game. Right there, as you can see, if he keep his balance there, he still could be running.
The idea is nobody is like Mel, but everybody is pretty good. So they've shared the load. Running play. Tig for the 1st down across the 35 to the 36. They'll check back in a couple of plays to see if they start clicking on this series. As near blizzard conditions swirl across Memorial Stadium. The thick snowfall is getting thicker, and it's not falling lightly to earth. It's blowing all over. There you see it. Johnny McMenamin, dump pass. Regenberg is spun down after a short gain. Pretty open field tackle.
And there you have it. They'll look quick, short pass game at Elkhorn, trying to get the balls into their best players, best receiver hand, and let him go to work on some of those linebackers, defensive backs that are covering him.
Dan Heineman came up from the cornerback spot and did just that. It whipped him down, number 17. Half-yard gain, 2nd and 9 at 39 seconds in period 3. McMenamin holding, throwing, completing. Dragged down, out of bounds at the 38-yard line as Elkhorn's Antlers clicked with a passing game, and Dan Weimer hauls it in.
And that same play has been working the whole night. What they're doing in that play is faking the counter sweep to the tailback, going to the right. Here you go, see it, fake it. Then he hides the ball well enough to make everyone think that the running back he hits that tight end crossing, going the same direction he is, and for some reason it's been working the whole night.
Elkhorn gaining altitude. 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 37. And a fullback dive play as they rotate another fullback in there. Hanson carries the football across the 35, down to the 32, maybe the 33. They'll say about the 33. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Just 10 seconds to play in period 3. We have one more quarter, and it's still very much a shooting match. As Crete, with its 14-13 lead in the halftime intermission, hangs on. 12 minutes of the season. Class B title game. The Cardinals of Crete 14. The number 2 Antlers of Elkhorn 13. And we'll be back after this from the Nebraska School Activities Association. Jim Rose and Tommy Frazier from Memorial Stadium. The frozen tundra of Memorial Stadium on a chilly night where a championship was run. 14-13. Hey, that's a lot of snow.
If you can see it on the scoreboard.
It's really starting to pile up. Somebody go tune up my snowblower. If I just hear sleigh bells in the background, I'll know it's getting close. It's old St. Nick time.
As I say, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Every coach wants number 32 on his team or a near facsimile. That's Levi Mell. He is the leading rusher, 2,000 plus yards for Crete, and the leading tackler, 134 stops coming into the ball game. All wrapped up into one. He's the throwback to the Tom Novak days. 2nd and 7 for Elkhorn as we begin the 4th quarter in a 14-13 Crete lead. Elkhorn with high purpose at the 34. McManamine complete, and he holds on. Ringenberg near a first down as he gets belted by the Cardinals' Brad Renzi.
There's great coverage on the play, but it also was a great pass. He caught the ball, took a hit, but he was able to hold on to it.
This is a collision. Boom. Good hands. Renzi passing out migraines. 3rd and less than 1. First team running backs in there. And here's Hanson barreling to the 19.
Elkhorn is marching the ball down the field. That's what you want to see. Here it is. They got the ball back in good field position. Now it's time for them just to sustain a nice couple of drives, get the ball in field position, field goal position, either kick a field goal and maybe, hey, even put it in his own fourth quarter to take the lead.
This drive began well back on Elkhorn's side of midfield. So this is one of their patented numbers. Delay handoff. Nope. Flag down as McManamine holds it. Waits, guns, and it's incomplete. A spectacular defensive play as covering well from the Crete secondary was cornerback Brad McMillan.
And that was a great play by Brad there. What happened was, hey, got to take your hands off to this guy. Right here, McMillan rolls out. He stops. He's looking. He's waiting. Throws the ball. Hey, but you don't see this right here too much. How he comes around in front. Most of the time you see him going through the receiver. But this time he has enough speed where he can go around in front and knock it out. Take a chance, and it worked. It paid off that time.
Illegal motion on Elkhorn. It is 1st down and 15. After the 3rd period, as Coach Mark Ward and his counterpart Mark Workman shout instructions to their various troops. The total offense numbers are beginning to even up some with that fine rushing, or rather passing 3rd quarter by Elkhorn. Hanson carrying the football again on 1st and 15 from about the 24. They're going to drive it inside the 20 and down to about the 17. Here are the totals. Now 12 first downs for Elkhorn. They really control the football pretty well. Coca-Cola third quarter numbers, rushing yards, 212 for Crete, most of those males. 131 passing yards by Elkhorn have brought the total offense totals to 246 for Crete and 227 for the Antlers.
What you're seeing right now, Elkhorn is starting to establish his offense again. At the third quarter, they kind of spurted. They couldn't get anything moving, but now they're on a nice sustained drive, trying to get some points on the board.
Hansen for another yard, which brings third down and 5. And these are earnest fans to hang through this. 10-12 to go. Against his natural side, and a completed pass for a first down. McManaman on target as he rings the bell with his split receiver, Nick Ahrens.
Right there, what you get is an excellent throw. A right-handed quarterback going out to his left. He really has to get those hips turned around, and that's exactly what he does. And he fires strikes in there, striking there for the first down.
Now the football is inside Crete territory's 10-yard line. They were turned away this close in the first half. Will it happen again on the end around Ringenberg with a blocker? Takes on Heineman, drags him in for the touchdown.
At first, that play had me confused. I thought the tailback had the ball until I looked up, and you said on the end around, I looked up and I saw the guy run around the ball. He took a hit, took on a defender at the 3-yard line and drug him in for the rest of the distance.
Heineman just got a ride. 17 took a ride for the last 3 yards. And the first lead of the game for Elkhorn comes with 9:51 in the fourth. McManaman throwing, and he ain't gonna get there. Super play by Mel on defense. It was all Levi. Anybody else, and Ryan Palmer gets into the end zone. But Elkhorn comes alive offensively, Tommy Frazier. We had sort of given them a cue to do that before that last drive. They did. Wow, now they got the lead for the first time. It's only 5, 19-14, but it's got to feel good with 9:51 to go. Let's see if their defense can stiffen up here.
Anytime you get a lead going in the fourth quarter and you see how your defense is playing, you feel pretty confident that your defense is going to come out and keep playing the same way they've been playing this whole half.
I got $5 that says Levi Mel carries it at least once on the next drive.
What are the odds?
Yeah, it's real snow. Mel among the deep safeties. Back there with Nate Harrington. Into the wind will go Crete. Palmer puts the wood into it, and McManaman bounces off of his face mask into the hand of Mel. He picks his way across the 20 and isn't finished till he reaches the 20. That's the best way to get it to Levi.
Play pinball.
Yeah, right off of your headgear and right into his hands.
If you're not going to kick it to him, then let's do it that way. That was a designated return right here. Bounced off his helmet, right into Levi's hand.
First down, 20-yard line, 9:44 in the ball game. Antlers unbeaten at 12-0. Once beaten Cardinals 11-1. Elkhorn by 5. Here is Crete. And the option artist Mostek to his workhorse Mel. Whipped out of bounds after he got 4 up to the 24-yard line.
And there you see that pursuit by the Elkhorn defense. Once Levi catches the ball, he doesn't have much room to run because that defense is right there all over him.
I need a little more space. A nice bit of work by Elkhorn's Tyler Peterson to not commit such to the quarterback that there was nobody there to chase out Mel. And who knows, he's got so much athletic ability, Levi might have been able to dance along that sideline for another 5 yards. He got 4 out of it. Gets it again and struggles across the 25 to the 26.
This Elkhorn defense really come to play the second half. They haven't given up much this whole half to Levi Mill running the ball or that Crete offense.
He's got well over 40 carries. He had 24 at the half.
Like you see, they're getting good penetration right there. Stuffing all the blockers in the hole, and Levi Mill has to do pretty much what all the yards that he gains on the run. He does it by himself.
One of Santa's little helpers. 3rd down and 5. This is kind of an important play for Crete, as Uncle Mo is wearing red now. He's got his man, and that's good for a 1st down. Kevin James, the big lumbering tight end, up to midfield.
That was a great play, actually. And here it is. Everyone in the stadium thought he was going to give it to Levi Mill because he's been running the ball well tonight. But you know what did they do? They faked the play action pass and hit the tight end out there in the flat.
And illustrative of that was that no one even bothered to rush the quarterback, Jeremy Mostick. They were so convinced that we would have a running play that, look at, he's Lonesome George back there.
When you give a quarterback that much time to find a receiver, he's going to find a receiver, and he's going to be for a big play.
Spot him down at the 48, Crete in its own territory, but a fresh 4 downs at 8:25 to play, and more play action. And Mostick has all sorts of time, and the blocking holds. So he dances up the field and is down at the 44 of Elkhorn. That is good for 7.
As you see again, he sits back there. He's very patient in the pocket. He's going to take his time. He's going to look downfield for his primary receiver. There's nothing else, and he does the right thing. Take off and run with the ball.
He looks just like Matt Turman back there. He got the same build as the Terminator.
And runs the same way. He's very elusive. He bounces off tackle. He gains 6-7 yards on the play.
Now Mel, and he's pell-mell to the 35.
And believe it or not, that was the longest run this half by Mel.
Levi right down the esophagus of Elkhorn, and in good shape at the 35-yard line at 7:45 to go. 19-15, Elkhorn with the lead.
And Levi's having problems with that helmet again. Maybe something loose in there. Maybe he need to bring it to the sideline, let them fix it, go back out there and get it done. But it looks like she can do it himself.
They're going to have to retire that thing. First down. Levi bounces off of one tackler. And look at how much energy he has late in the ball game. He's finally arrested on the play by big number 69, Eric Obram. But look at the energy and the electricity that he brings to the ball. He's spinning out of a tackle right there. And he keeps going. He's not going to come down. He just struggles ahead.
And what this guy's running this late in the game shows you that he puts in a lot of time in the offseason getting his body in shape. So when he does carry the ball this many times in the game, he's ready to go. 7
minutes. He got only 2. Deserved more. Mostick lofting the ball for James. Nearly one-hands it. And then dances out of bounds.
Well, that's one of those plays that Mostick wish he would have back. He could have made it a little easier to throw, but in a game like this, whatever you see, just have to go with it. Don't second guess yourself.
A little too early with it. But it brings up an interesting scenario. 3rd down. The way Elkhorn moved it the last time, I don't think Crete wants to give up the football.
But they did grind a lot of clock off the board there.
They give it to Mel instead. Got a block from his tackle. Tries to shake one, gonna do it. Down to the 30, he needed the 25. So we are now confronted, as Mel is so disgusted that he couldn't break that last tackle, with a 4th down setup. Crete about 5.5 away from the forward stick.
Here you see it again, they play again. A great open field tackle right there by Elkhorn defender.
Terrific work by Elkhorn's Luke Fennensteel, number 8.
And Crete calls times out.
That means they have none remaining. So this is a doubly important drive. Now it is 19-14 with Elkhorn, their first lead of the ball game. 19 degrees with the snow flying at Memorial Stadium. Days and nights like these are what concocted in the head of Tom Osborne and Bob Devaney, then athletic director, the need for a place called Cook Pavilion. Because believe it or not, back in 1983, when the Huskers had that great offensive the team that lost to Miami in the Orange Bowl. They had about 5 or 6 straight days of this, and they couldn't practice. They needed a full field to practice, and they didn't have it. All they had was the Schultz Fieldhouse. That affected preparation. And because the weather is so nasty in November and December here, some days you'll get a week with 40, 50 degrees and sunshine, but then you'll get a week with freezing rain and blustery snow. That's why we've got the indoor practice facility now.
But I still remember days when it was like this. We still were out here in Memorial Stadium practice, so Cook Pavilion sometimes was just down there just for looks.
Now it's 4th down, 5.5, and Crete's going to go for it. And there's the flag, which means they might have it. Oh, boy, the loneliest man on the football field is Elkhorn D tackle, number 79.
It might be 4th and inches. It's not going to be a first down. It's going to be 4th and about a half a yard to 6 inches.
Actually, that is number 78, Phil Peets. Sorry, Phil. All right, you want to look for a rock and see if you can crawl underneath it. Ouch. Big Phil. His face is as red as the uniform. It's got nothing to do with the weather. 4th down, less than 1, and this is Levi time. He got it.
Offsides by Crete, by Elkhorn at that time appears to be costly. Elkhorn, Crete goes on and gets the first down.
If Elkhorn winds up surrendering a touchdown on this series, they're going to look back on that movie film and wipe a tear away when they see big old Phil's. Yeah, that's what Phil was looking at, see, and he was sure they were ready to snap it. Mostick on the option, keeps it himself, cradles that football, gets 1. Dragged down on the play by Mike Feilmeyer, number 62, the strong side linebacker.
The second half, first half, Mostick was able to cut the ball up and get good yards, but second half, they kind of kept him in check the second half. Most of his effective runs have come on drop back flash passes where he sits, looks down the field, doesn't see anything, and takes off running. But as far as running the option stuff, he's not able to produce the same number of yards as he were in the first half.
And the footwork is getting more and more treacherous. Except for this guy. He could probably make yards on ice skates. To the 19-yard line goes Levi Nell. On 2nd down and about 8. He gets 4 of them, so we're looking at 3rd down and a 4.5.
Well, that's pretty much what he's doing right now. Running on that surface feels like ice, so he's doing it on ice skates.
Clock not yet quite in the tense zone, but we're moving there. 5:05 to go. It's 19-14. Elkhorn with a lead of 5. Crete at the Antler 19-yard line. 3rd down and 5. That's James. Expect him to run that way. No, play action. And Mostick throws incomplete. He just didn't connect. He has man wide open, but he couldn't find the hands very effectively of Farrenbrook. So Dusty tries to short hop it. And we're back to a 4th and 5.
And what happened then? Mostick, he rushed himself just a little bit too much. He saw the guy out there open, so he tried to get the ball as quick to him as quick as he could. All he had to do was just take his time. There was no one around him. Just deliver a pass and let the guy run with the ball.
And the look of frustration on his face bore out what Tommy just mentioned. He wanted that one back. 4th down and 5. They don't have any timeouts left, so this is big. Mostick gonna run with it, and he ain't gonna make it. Super defensive play by Ringenberg. He stayed home, and Mostick could only run smack dab into his headgear, 6 yards short of the first down. Now, if Ringenberg hadn't been there, as we're gonna see, Tommy, he'd have gotten it, but that's what a good defensive end is supposed to do.
And that's what he did. You stay home. That's all they've been doing right here is play action and roll them out. So this time he stayed home, which he's supposed to do, have containment, force him to that sideline, like I said, use that sideline for extra tackling assistance.
1 or 2 first downs is all that Elkhorn needs. McMenamin hands off on the end around, and this is a good idea. Yards gained in a good way by Dwayne Carbolito, who has been effective in the end around as Mel throws him out of bounds. But to get 5.5, 6 yards on first down like that, even if he does go out of bounds, is a good sign if you're wearing Antler colors. Look at that. This kid is just strong, just flat strong. He's strong as pneumonia.
And pneumonia is strong.
They're going to try a running play with John Carlson for Little. Brings up third down at 4:19, 4:18 to go.
And right now, what Elkhorn wants to do right now is get the first round down right here and keep that clock running, because as much time they take off the clock right now, less time that Crete will have a chance to score if they get the ball back.
Big third down play. Big as the season for Crete. Carlson bursting through for the first down. They loaded up everybody along the line of scrimmage, and is so often the case, nobody there if they find just a crack of daylight, and he's out near the 41 before he can be put down on the play by Resnick.
And that was a big play right there by Carlson, because he keeps the drive going for Elkhorn. He stayed in bounds and keeps that clock rolling.
And the 15 yards of field position didn't hurt either. Elkhorn finally able to get to the mountaintop in the ball game, and now they have seized control, but plucky Crete never backed down. 1st and 10 at the 40. And a fullback moving folks out of the way.
Right now what you're seeing now is that Elkhorn offensive line taking control of this game. I think Crete front 4 is wearing down a little.
Ryan Palmer moves it for 5 more. And they're in no particular hurry to snap the football. Head coach for Elkhorn across the way, Mark Wertman, says, take your time, son. 2nd down, 4.5. As we are under 3 minutes in the ball game. John McManamy to Palmer again. Rides the wave near the first down stick. We saw 2 of these drives in the first half, and one just a few moments ago, but this is the Elkhorn attack that subdued 12 consecutive opponents during the regular season and postseason play. Timeout for measurement. Just physical, straight ahead, north-south running of the football and blocking guy.
And this is the type of drive that Elkhorn wants late in the game right here. For why? It takes a lot of time off the clock. Ball control offense. That's what you want.
These timeouts that Crete had to burn in the 3rd period look like the family jewels right about now. That's how short they are. 3rd down to upcome, and about the best thing that can happen for Crete might be their only hope, and that is that the ball pops loose, which it has done a couple of times today. 19-14. Home team Elkhorn, designated home team on offense right now, has the lead. Another problem for Crete is trying to get a little leverage. They're trying to dig in, but dig in for what?
It's like they're sitting on ice right now. You can't dig unless you have some spikes up under your shoes.
McManamy tries it himself, and he probably got it. He only needed 4 inches.
Looks like we have a flag on the play.
See, that changes things a little.
Elkhorn is digging. They had the first down, but mistakes are killing them right now.
Means 3rd down, 5 yards and a 3rd. Crete is able to hold them on this play. As the clock starts, they might get the ball back with about 1:20 to go. That's 2 downs away. McManamy, very deliberate. On the end around, it's going to work again as they find Carbolito, but not until after he gets nearly the 5 yards. And with all of that muscle between the guards, Crete's thinking, dadgummit, if they didn't run that just at the right time to get 6.
And the previous 2 3rd down plays, it's the exact play they ran.
Elkhorn gets the first down, and that might finish off the Cardinals if they don't get a turnover. Crete's Adam Bartek just wasn't able to get over there in time. He tried for dear life, but when you can't move very quickly on the frozen tundra of Memorial Stadium, that's what happens. So the football is now at the midfield stripe. No timeouts for Crete. Elkhorn might be able to burn the last 154 without having to give it up. Then again, if they can get another first down, as Palmer tries to do just that, any argument disappears.
Right now, Elkhorn players and fans right say, tick, clock, tick. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop.
Down to 135. Not too many thought that Crete was going to stay in this ball game. Most thought that the title game for Class B would be between these Elkhorn Antlers and the defending champs of Pius X on Monday night. And Elkhorn won that one. So unless you were a die-hard Cardinal, you didn't think your ball club was going to stay in this one very long. Not only did they stay in it, but they scared the daylights or the moonlights out of Elkhorn for most of it. And if it hadn't been for a couple of big defensive plays and an incomplete pass or two, Crete might very well be in the end zone and with the lead again.
That's exactly right, but
Carlson.
You have to take advantage of situations when they come. If you don't, then you put yourself in situations like this where you're struggling, just try to force a turnover.
Third down, 3 at the 42. As they begin pouring out of the stands across the way. Palmer trying to get that first down. He didn't. It'll be fourth down with 32 seconds. They start the clock when they spot the football. And we might not be in need of another snap. Just depends on when the play clock and the stopwatch of the referee began. Best way to stay warm is to be on Elkhorn's side right now. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. They do play one more. And Palmer bursts through, and he's headed toward the end zone. And they tackle him at the 15-yard line. The ball game is over, and Elkhorn finishes a perfect season. They survive a tremendous struggle in the championship game, and their euphoria is quite justified. An incredible individual performance by Levi Mell. Notwithstanding, Elkhorn is champion at the end, 19-14.
What you saw here was a tale of two halves. First half, both teams offensively come out and establish themselves. Second half, defensive Elkhorn came out, showed why they were tough on defense. Pretty much shut out Crete second half.
Crete had a game plan to control the football with Levi Mell and some play action passing. It worked almost perfectly. Their defense made 2 huge fourth down plays, but their offense wasn't able to answer one last touchdown by Elkhorn, and Crete loses in the title game. Their first ever appearance in the title game. Elkhorn wins its 3rd championship for Coach Mark Wertman in his 17 years there, and none of his previous 2 title teams have anything on this bunch. They are as gritty as lava, and they win the title game in truly workmanlike fashion. Never got excited, never got antsy when Crete kept coming back, getting the lead, recovering onside kicks. They hung in there with their offense. It's nothing that's going to take up space in a circus, but it's a very effective approach to football, especially under these conditions. Frigid, frozen field conditions, wind whipping out of the north, and snowflakes. We have medal presentations to come. First, the runners-up, and again, the voice of Memorial Stadium, Rick Schwiger.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is pleased to have awards for both of these outstanding teams. NSAA Board of Control member Dennis Smith of Papillion La Vista will do Elkhorn's awards, and Marshall Adams of Seward will make the Crete presentations. First to the runners-up, Crete High School. Number 10, Aaron Mostick. Number 11, Tyler Rohak. Number 12, Jeremy Mostick. Number 17, Dan Heineman. Number 18, Nate Harrington. Number 20, Josh Lewis. Number 21, Brad Resney. Number 22, Wes Floria. Number 24, Troy Stewart. Number 25, Richard Wybe. Number 26, Eric Dixon. Number 30, Jeremy Notling. Number 32, Levi Mell. Number 43, Dusty Farnbrook. Number 44, Paul Hensingville. Number 45, Nick DeHarsh. Number 50, Jeff Sharman. Number 52, Brandon Marsek. Number 54, Kent Roseboo. Number 56, Nate Lounstein. Number 60, Josh May. Number 62, Ryan Barber. Number 64, Grant Kraus. Number 66, Dan Seedhoff. Number 68, John Muff. Number 70, Steve Sand. Number 72, Jesse Christille. Number 73, Jeff Reed. Number 74, Corey Bowling. Number 75, Noah Kaler. Number 77, Adam Cockworth. Number 78, James Kuna. Number 80, Adam Bartek. Number 82, Sam Bartek. Number 83, Jake Pavlish. Number 84, Brian Talkington. Number 85, Matt Cole. Number 86, Dusty Novak. Number 87, Cody Brooks. Number 88, Brandon Roth. Number 89, Kevin James. And number 90, Brad McMillan. And now, players and coaches, here is your school's Class B runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Crete High School. And now, for our state champion team from Elkhorn. Coach Mark Wortman, please accept our championship coach plaque. And now for the medal presentation to the gold medal athletes of the 1996 Class B State Football Champion team. Number 1, Tyler Peterson. Number 4, John McMiniman. Number 5, Doug Larmore. Number 6, Kyle Ringenberg. Number 7, Andrew Schultz. Number 8, Luke Planensteel. Number 10, Josh McMillan. Number 15, Jesse Setlar. Number 20, Adam Ty. Number 22, Dwayne Carbolito. Number 25, Jeff Sims. Number 28, John Carlson. Number 29, David Clark. Number 30, Ryan Palmer. Number 31, Patrick Byer. Number 32, Jamie Bull. Number 34, Jamin Hansen. Number 35, Justin O'Shea. Number 38, Mark Keith. Number 42, Nick Umscheid. Number 44, John Goolsby. Number 54, Nate Bonowitz. Number 62, Mike Feilmeyer. Number 63, Nate Clark. Number 64, Nick Hummel. Number 65, John Goldie. Number 67, Aaron Huddleston. Number 68, Scott Cole. Number 69, Eric Oberemt. Number 71, Matt Brewer. Number 72, Kyle Thomas. Number 73, Steve Braithwaite. Number 74, Mark Gregor. Number 75, Stuart Pendell. Number 77, DJ O'Shea. Number 78, Phil Peets. Number 80, Nick Ahrens. Number 81, Chad Shields. Number 85, Dan Weimer. Number 88, Jason Zastro. Number 89, Ben Bump. And number 98, Travis Ulrich. And now with the coaches and players, please receive the 1996 Class B State Championship Trophy. Present to Elkhorn High School, the Class B State Champions.
So the Ice Bowl of Nebraska is taken by Elkhorn, Tommy Frazier. As the Antlers complete a perfect season, they are 13-0 and champions of Class B in a memorable performance here in Lincoln tonight.
Well, these guys are going to go home and have fun tonight, even though it's cold, but they're still going to party because they feel they came out and accomplished something that they wanted to. They finished the season perfect, undefeated, and won the championship. This is time for them to celebrate. Look at them. They're not on the field celebrate too long because it looked too cold for them, so they're going to take it to the locker room.
And just to show you how much respect they have for Mark Wertman, who has now won his third title in 17 years there, they didn't dump him with the water and the Gatorade today because they probably would have killed him off if they had. Well, a big night for Elkhorn and a great day for the state of Nebraska as a great championship game is played on the turf here at Memorial Stadium. The first ever championship games in 1996 played at the stadium that all high school football players dream of playing in one day as a Husker, Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. Again, the final score 19-14, Elkhorn over Crete. For Tommy Frazier, this is Jim Rose saying so long, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you again next time.